ITT, let's talk the talk. ITT, let's talk the talk.
Musical essay. Musical essay.
Music is a universal language, a language of deep expressions. From time unknown, even the trees keep singing till now. Non living things, objects as well, have peculiar sounds that fit into music. Music is a world of endless expressions, emotions of joy and anger, love and hate, peace and war too. On this week's episode of ITT, one who is vested with long years of experience across different genres of music will be on the live screen to extensively talk on musical expressions.
All right, everybody, over here. Well, let's not lose any time. You must learn.
But how?
Tune into our YouTube channel, Influence Media World, to join the discussion.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any time with us. ITT, let's talk the talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Influence of Time. Today is a wonderful day. Today is a day for expressions. Today is a day of inspirations. Today is a day of emotions born out of rhythm and sound. With me today is an intellectual person, someone who is deep-rooted musically. Please, kindly introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, I go by the name Mr. Hero, aka musical Preacherman.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You have him here. You heard from him. He is Mr. Hero, aka the musical preacher man. He's here to preach to us musically. So, in order not to waste too much of our time, you already know me, I need not introduce myself. But for protocol's sake, my name is Stephen Muzan, aka Influence. ITT, let's talk the talk. So, sir, my first question is, what is music?
Okay, there are several definitions of music, but I view music in this aspect. To me, music is a coordinated sound, of different harmonies put together, and this sound must appeal, the ear or the listeners. So, in a nutshell, different sounds put together that appeals, listening audience.
Okay, music, different sounds put together that appeal to the listener. So by that, it means the person that may be singing or doing the music may be thinking or assuming he's doing music, but it's determined by the listener.
Yeah.
It's the listener that kind of says that that's music,
Yeah.
not just a regular sound
Yeah.
per se, not just noise. Okay, that's a nice one. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we need you to focus because this episode is a different ballgame entirely. Mr. Hero is going to take us through the genres of music as much as possible. That being said, I want to ask, how many genres are there in music? To your best of knowledge, the number of music genres out there that exist. Can you just give us?
There are several genres of music, and every day we keep, seeing new, forms of music, types of music, genres of music on daily basis. The human being is always inspirational, as a being. So as time goes on, people tend to fuse their culture into music, and before you know it, you would have another form of music that may not have been there. Before, when we were small, we used to hear of Fela Anikulapo Kuti, the king of Afro.
Afro, yeah.
And as time goes on, because of what he was doing as a musician, we now got what we call the Afro. Today we have so many other musicians that are imbibing that same style of music, like the Burna Boys and the rest of them.
Yeah.
And those who probably, had those, content or that style. Some have fused it into hip hop, and some have fused it into different forms. So we have the reggae, we have R&B, we have hip hop, Afro hip hop, and the dancehall is also there. And several other music forms of music, genres of music that are evolving as time goes by. So the list is endless, and in as much as artists, because an artist is somebody that is very creative. So as time goes on, some of them, in the course of their creativity, they form or they come up with a lot of different styles of music, and this forms a lot of genres of music and all that. If you go to South America, you have several other music, Puerto Rico, and a lot of all those forms and all that. So music is not just static.
Okay.
You understand? It evolves.
Keeps evolving.
It keeps evolving. And as time goes on, there was a time some years ago Nigeria was dependent on these foreign rap artists, Eminem and the rest of them, and they have one unique style of music, But when some of these guys came up with what is obtainable, because sometimes what is obtainable in the environment you find yourself is what you interpret. So some of these are like the flavor, the Olamides and the rest of them, the Finos and all of that. They came up with indigenous type of
rap,
yeah, and today we now have that kind of style, and as time goes on, a lot of persons are beginning to follow that trend. Before you know it, you have another genre of music. So because of creativity, it keeps evolving.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It kind of, you almost went into history. And I wanted, okay, let me still ask, music as a whole, does it have a historical background?
Yes, it does. A lot of persons, we've heard a lot of stories. Many people said music could be dated through the medieval times where, the slave trade. So many persons have that kind of.
I think I have heard something like that.
Yes.
That I think they are associating to, I think, this kind of a rap music that the
Yes.
Black Americans do, and some
Exactly.
other type of music that when they were in the ship and all that, they just singing
They
and
were singing, their freedom and all of that. And so many persons said music, started from Egypt. So people have their different.
I think the history of music from your earlier definition or explanation of genres, I think it could be attached to the different genres of music. As in each genre of music has its own original like how it came up, came to be. So personally, I may say that music as a whole may not have an accurate. I don't think there's anybody that said, look at the man that started to sing before, except maybe religiously. Some religious set can say, it's this man that started like it. Christians could say, Adam started to sing first.
These things, we never had much of the social media, presence.
Yeah, the records,
so many people could tell when the first camera came, and all of that. So sometimes it is really difficult to get, how some certain events came to be. It's really difficult. But so many persons even some Africans are claiming that music started in Africa. And all of that.
Everybody will claim something that is good. They say, who will say Mama Super Sweet? Okay, sir, let me just do a little still questioning. In the aspect of creativity, you made mention that an artist is a creative individual, and based on that, we are having the evolution of music, different genres are coming up. So, on this creativity aspect in music, there is this term that do come up, people do use, and that's the natural songs.
Okay.
Based on creativity, what is your opinion on natural songs?
Well, natural song is a very bogus word. It's a natural song. Because we have debated on this very topic some time ago.
Okay.
Some people say natural song is a song that is originally written by the artist.
Okay.
He didn't get the sound from anywhere. He just got inspiration and he decided to write a song. So many people say such a song is a natural song because it was not, he didn't copy it from anywhere. Some other person holds the opinion that, or the idea that, natural song, is a song without instrument. That's what some people feel, because
That is that not a cappella?
it's a cappella, but there are so many persons that holds that idea that natural song, when you say a song is natural, it's not diluted by instrument and all of that.
Sorry,
Some religious settings.
Sorry, but I don't think from your earlier definition of music to be a combination of sounds, if we must dwell much on these natural songs, I don't think there is any sound in nature that is not natural. Even if you're producing it from this, I think to me, I think it's not bad.
We know, but one thing I have come to discover in my years of being in the industry, sometimes you could have there is nothing that you do now that is new.
Okay.
Even if you say, let's look at the solfa notations, they are just about 8 and all of that. So how it is very difficult for 1,000, 2 million people or whatever number to have something very different from
each other.
You must have something similar. a certain friend from UK sometime told me that it is very difficult for that. It's only when you travel out or you listen to other classes of music, country classes and all other music from other countries, that you'll be able to know that sometimes you are doing something that is in line with one artist somewhere,
Yeah.
but you may not know.
You may not know.
Your craft may just be in line with one certain artist somewhere, probably in one South America, but
You've never met before. You don't know yourself.
Yeah, but somehow you guys do something, in line and all of that. So it's really difficult for one to say. Probably maybe music is something that is just static. It's not static.
Based on this, personally, I would say any song could be seen as a natural song, whether copied, imitated, or improved upon, or photocopied.
It is difficult to agree with that. You know why? Because that is why people censor some of their songs these days.
Okay.
I could come up with a certain sound, and that sound maybe is a particular song that people know all over town. And somehow somebody elsewhere will just change the lyrics, the same sound.
Yeah.
You understand?
Like a cover.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not really like a cover. A cover is different. Cover is when you try to imitate what the original artist has done.
Okay.
But we are trying to say somebody will just change your lyrics and do something in line with what you've already done.
And claim ownership.
Yes, and every listener that hears will say, this song is like this, So that's why even those who produce songs, the sound engineers and all that, you must have something unique in your beat that differentiates, from another and all of that. So it is difficult to say, all sounds are natural.
Okay.
That is why, an artist is supposed to be, a creative individual.
This makes it kind of, to me, I'm not an artist, but from what you're saying, it's kind of difficult. Because we have millions of singers, composers, performers of music out there trying to be different. It's a big work.
There is uniqueness in everyone.
Okay.
There is uniqueness in everyone. The only thing is that when you, as an individual artist, you try to force yourself to do certain things.
To be like the other.
To be like the other. Songs come natural. I don't know how that may seem, but songs that come to me come natural. I can be spared.
Yeah, composer.
By His grace.
Yes, based on what you just said right now, I want to ask a question. Maybe I would say we're still running around natural music. I do hear people say that some musicians, some writers, they need to be at some level, some certain state to be able to write certain level of music. For instance, some need inducement of alcohol. I don't know for certain, but that's what I've heard. Some say maybe they have to be maybe gospel artists or reggae musicians that they subject themselves to some level of fasting and prayers to get. So is there any truth around all these?
There is truth in it. Everyone have their source of inspiration. Every art or artist, we all have a source of inspiration. With due respect to those that do drug and alcohol and all of that, I would not want to condemn here. Everyone have their source of inspiration. There are those that if they've not taken some bottles and all that, they may not be inspired. And there are those, I love what you said, those in the gospel industry, some form of fasting or going to the mountain or whatever, subjecting themselves to certain prayers and all of that. They may not get inspired and all that. It differs in everyone. For me, I can get inspired anywhere.
Right?
I'm a freelancer in the music industry.
That's a good one. I would love to be like you when I grow up. Okay, that's a good one. I think still on the natural music, as you're talking, some things are just coming to my head, which I'm sure you are the right person at this time to make clarifications of them. So, still on natural music and maybe origin of music and all that, you did say at some point that when you move out to other countries or places, you could hear things, sounds that look similar and all that. And over time, personally, I've observed that there are countries, cultures, have their own peculiar way of singing, and bringing that to the global community. How does one now try to fit in? For instance, you're a Nigerian artist. If you want to go out to a place like Spain to go and perform, do you necessarily try to do what they will love over there, or just do your thing, like moving from environment to another?
Okay, an artist is made up of some, unique attributes, and those unique attributes are what forms, your inspiration, to be able to interpret your craft. There are those that, probably, like, if I should talk about the Niger Delta people, we have our indigenous music over here, and there are those who, get themselves involved in such kind of music, the Niger Delta thing and all of that. They would always want to do something that is, in line with the environment and what they can better interpret, or what they can better, get done. If you find yourself, for instance, in another, place, you are who you are. If you try to see how you will, please the given audience because of their culture and all that, you may derail from what you are doing.
But you said that your definition of music, you said what the person, the listener, hears, like, determines if you're singing. You say it's a combination of sounds, to the pleasure of the listener. So why I ask is, since it's to the pleasure of the listener, you're moving from your environment to another. You're not singing for yourself. So still based on creativity.
It doesn't necessarily mean that because you are coming from a different environment that you have to change your craft. People sometimes we listen to certain music, we don't even understand what they are saying. But we love the tune.
That's true.
There was a time when you had this willow kind of song. We don't even know what is, the message is passing across, but everybody was dancing.
That's true.
So for you to embrace a certain style of music or appreciate a certain style of music, you must not necessarily probably understand what that person is trying to convey. People just get involved so long as what they're hearing is appealing to them and they're okay with it. They get involved.
Okay, I think we have done so much on music that we are not off music. We are not going off music. I want to let us delve into a little on expression.
Okay.
So what is your understanding on the word expression?
Okay, the word expression to me is how you are able, to appreciate what you are hearing, your interpretation of your interpretation of the sounds or the message you're getting.
Okay.
That is how I see, the word expression.
Okay.
How you are able to interpret the sounds that you are hearing.
You're talking from the position of the listener.
From the position of the listener.
Okay. So what about from the position of the performer, the artist?
Well, it depends on the song that the artist is trying to, present.
Okay.
Because if you find yourself, that's why I say the audience matters.
So
There are times that you find yourself in a particular environment. You study the environment. Sometimes some artists will even go ahead to ask, these people I want to perform for, who are they?
Right.
What do they really like? If you cannot go to a certain village and you probably go there and start doing Tupac, singing like a hip hop thing and all of that. You may actually do your thing.
When people are expecting a cultural
thing. You may actually do your thing, but you'll be so shocked when they bring in one local man will come and shake his waist, and before you know it, and every artist want to get glory at the end of the day. Some form of appreciation that yes, you've done well and all that. So for you to be able to express yourself, you must put yourself in the mood of what you want to do. You must understand what you want to do before you can be able to, get it done.
Okay, thank you so much. Audience, I want to believe that you are following all that is going on. So right now, Mr. Hero, let's look at the comment section and see what is going on. From the comment section, Deltoro X is saying, I'm here. You're welcome. Imo TV, the correct guest, musical Preacherman himself. Imo TV, you're welcome. Good news, Samuel. Say, kudos, my people. Welcome, sir. Offer Ndifon is a clear road for the musical Preacherman. Del Toro X, we hail you, musical Preacherman. Thank you. God's love, Akman. Hero, my man. Nice program. You're welcome. God's love is a consistent person on the show. Kellyon Muzan. today is got a lot of momentum. The audience is glad. Kellyon Muzan is saying it's time to talk the talk, Mr. Hero.
Yes,
you are very much welcomed.
Thank you.
My love for music can't be explained. It feeds my soul and takes away my worries.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's a
Wow.
good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And that's an expression.
Yeah.
Okay. Going further, Offer Ndifon saying, please, Mr. Hero, I beg, wish me Merry Xmas with just a fine tune. They are starting to place a request. Don't worry, we are getting to that. We are getting to that. We are getting to just hold that thought. If we don't respond to that, feel free to remind us as we go further. Okay, going further, comment from Joy Gabriel. Couldn't miss this particular episode, seeing the Preacherman, more love. A lot of love is coming for you, sir. That's a good one. That's a good one. Your fan base is large. I'm seeing that already. Offer Ndifon, I say I miss him. Nah, you're not gonna miss it. You're here already. Offer Ndifon again. See as person they explain music like say na afang soup. You're cooking music. This is what it's like. This is very serious fan of yours. That's a good one. Corner Barry Stella is saying, Mr. Hero on top. Gives him 2 fingers as a peace sign. Kudos, my good people. Kudos to you. Thank you so much for being on the show. Goslov Kennedy is saying, hello, good evening. ITT, let's talk the talk. We are talking the talk already. Serious talk is going on here. Offer Ndifon again. Mr. Influence, please, special request. Let Mr. Hero sing, please. We are coming to that. We are coming to that. Mr. Hero is fully prepared. He has just told us that he is a composer, he is a singer, he is a performer, he is a music instructor, as in he is music. This man here is music. So he's going to exhibit all that. He's going to express music today. After giving us some serious lecture and all that, he's going to do something. Mr. Hero, that's right? He's going to do something for us. Yeah, he will. Going further in the comment section, Offer Ndifon again. Mr. Hero, one question for you. How do you gather lyrics? What's the brain behind it? Okay, that's a question for you, sir. How do you go about your lyrics? It's like he's kind of he's a fan of yours and he's particular about
Yes.
lyrics. Maybe he loves your lyrics so much. So how do you come about them?
Well,
What's your source of inspiration?
okay, well, my source of inspiration, number one source of inspiration is God Himself.
That's right.
Because He's the source of our well-being. But apart from that, how we're able to put up our craft is simple. I am one sort of a person that, looks at the environment, and I try to create something out of the environment. Just like what I said, I get inspired, anytime, anywhere. I am not limited to a particular place and all that. But to answer your question, how I get my lyrics and all that, well, I gather lyrics, based on the information I get within and around me. certain kind of novels I come across, and some information probably online or wherever.
Okay.
I have the ability to put or fuse some of these information into musical content to be able to deliver. I have a certain understanding that music does not necessarily mean making a sound,
Okay. Okay.
but the ability for you to pass a message.
That's the expression.
You understand?
Wow.
The ability for you to pass a message. Because you may just be making a sound. What actually brings the chills and the emotional, attachment. Because some people may listen to music
Start crying.
they start crying. Some people listen to music,
Their sorrows are
I'm
gone.
telling you, a lot of expression. Some people can listen to music and they get, bitter. So a lot can actually happen when listening to music.
Yeah.
So the chef man, as of I would say, trying to cook up and soup and all that. You try to see how you can be able to pass that message that is required. And every craft, every song has a certain information that you try to pass to your audience. That is how I see it. So if it's about love, you must be able, there is a difference just telling somebody, don't cry, I love you. It looks very dry, to me. So we try to see how, because the creativity must come in. We try to see how we can be able to marry words, that suit your explanation or what you are trying to deliver to the audience. All these things must come together. So I gather my lyrics, the environment I find myself, certain novels I come across, stories of people, movies I watch, and all of that. I am able to fuse some of these things together and then pass it out in form of
That's
music.
creativity. Wow. Audience, you should be clapping at this point. You should be clapping. Thank you very much, sir, for giving straight answer to that question and also expanding our knowledge on how to gather lyrics, the source of inspiration, lyrical content. Okay, let's see the 2 more comments or 3 more comments, then we go further with our discussion. Ofandifon, I want to believe that you are satisfied with the answer given. As for your music request, it's coming. If you have any music request, just hold it. We will call for that, and Mr. Hero is going to attend to you as much as time permits. Nengi Elekima is saying, super dope, Mr. Hero. She's giving you a thumbs up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Kelly Muzan said, the music Preacherman is music himself, no doubt. Wow, your fan base is large. At this point, if I were never your fan, right now I'm your fan.
Thank you.
Okay, audience, before we go further, I want us to know that today we have a giveaway for you. So you just have to stay put. When the time comes for the giveaway, we're going to do that. You have something more than one thing to gain today. Not just the music knowledge, not just the entertainment, not just anything, but you also have a giveaway. We're not going to reveal it just now. Let's go into the business of the day. So, Mr. Hero, talking about expressions within the music community, within the music heaven, expression. Let's see how we can concentrate more on the performer, the singer, the musical artist. Now, your name is Mr. Hero, aka the musical Preacherman. It is known that a preacher, someone who gives a message, glad tidings, try to educate people on a certain thing, maybe religious something or anything. Now, in that angle, and you also said, quoting you, that you don't just do music, you should have a message to pass. And don't just tell somebody that, sorry, I love you, that is dry. That means we are talking about expression. What your inner self, a particular cause. Now, in the aspect of expressions with different genres of music, let me use reggae music as an instance. We've heard different about different reggae artists like Lucky Dube, Bob Marley, that in the reggae world they are seen as prophets. And indeed, there's some of their music that prophetic in that sense. Now, going in that angle, also with other genres of music, what will be your position that the music artists are actually trying to express in their different genres of music? Like in hip hop, hip hop and R&B, we hear more about praises to the feminine gender. So in different genres, as much as you can give to us, what do you think they are trying to express, the message they are trying to pass in their songs?
Which particular artist are you talking about?
No, the different across different genres.
Okay.
As much as you can give us. Let's say, for instance, in the reggae, this is their expression.
Okay.
In hip hop, this is their expression.
Okay.
In classicals, this is their expression. As much as you can give to us.
Okay. Well, there is no particular way of giving maybe a set of artists to express themselves.
Okay.
That's why I say music is not just something that is static. It keeps evolving. People get inspired on a daily basis, and as they get inspired, they come up with a lot of new things, ideas, and all of that to be able to express themselves. So it is difficult to find probably a certain, like if you say these people are hip hop artists, and this is how they express themselves. Basically there is a certain kind of character, if we are talking of that could be found in some certain artists.
Okay.
Like so many persons believe that if you're a raga artist and then you don't have the dread, you understand? Things like that. So you find some certain behavioral characters, or characteristics rather, that could be found in some of these set of artists that have found themselves in a particular, doing one genre of music like hip hop and all of that. So, but the thing is that the uniqueness is always there in all of these genres of music.
Yeah.
You talk about the reggae music. Reggae musicians want to see themselves preaching the gospel. You understand? It may not necessarily be the gospel of Christianity or Muslim or whatever, but they believe in trying to mimic societal ills in order to, pass their message. You understand? And that is what even makes, the great fella, his style of music unique. Because fella is able to use his kind of music to pass message to the audience. He wasn't just singing for the pleasure of it and all that. So that's why you see those who found themselves in, the Afro setting. There must be some form of activism in them.
That's true.
You understand? Because they get pissed off in what society offers. Intimidation and all of that. They go against it strictly. So such kind of behaviors could be found in some of these setups. You don't see yourself as an Afro music art, and then you are not mean when you're delivering your message. You have this fear. You cannot say this is black and this is white. You understand? So these kind of characteristics must be found in some of these. But to say that this is the kind of message
They must pass.
I don't think it's.
What you're saying is exactly what I kind of was asking. Maybe I didn't place it properly.
Yeah.
Their attributes, their characteristics, that kind of indicates what their music is expressing. So you've talked about the.
But it's changing. That's why I say it's really difficult to say this is it in music.
Okay.
There are those that found themselves even in the gospel setting.
Okay.
Someday we are arguing online with some, fellow artists. They're trying to make some point and all that. You can bring in some form of beat that you find in hip hop
Okay.
And then the fusing gospel lyrics.
Allowed.
Yes, you fuse in gospel lyrics. The message, the most important thing is people are getting. Remember, beats don't just speak.
Yeah.
You just hear sound.
To guide the
the yes.
lyrics.
But what people are getting is the message. That's what they are interested in. So that's why today you can see, you can just bring maybe one of these are Pastor Tupac's beat and all of that, which is called hip hop.
Yeah.
You bring it into the gospel setting, and then you start putting certain lyrics. Jesus is this, and people will be dancing, and they say, "Well, this is good."
The message is
The
clear.
message is clear and all of that. So even in the gospel settings, you find those that are doing raga in the gospel setting.
Right.
Those that are into hip hop
Hip-hop.
in the gospel setting. Those that are into R&B, soul music and all that in the same gospel setting and all of that. So it's not just static.
So the music community is like a polygamous family.
I'm telling you.
Distinct characteristics. That's a good one. That's a good one. Still on expressions. Now we've been out there talking out there, though we've not been pointing at individuals that much. For us to be able to go and see how individuals are doing, we would love to start with you. And as you can see, there have already been some requests from the audience. So I want to come to you. I want to come to you directly and ask you some personal questions. But you're gonna hold that. Before I do that, we'll take a short break. And when we are back, you're gonna hear more about the musical Preacherman. Go nowhere.
Music is a universal language, a language of deep expressions. From time unknown, even the trees keep singing till now. Non-living things, objects as well, have peculiar sounds that fit into music. Music is a world of endless expressions, emotions of joy and anger, love and hate, peace and war too. On this week's episode of ITT, one who is vested with long years of experience across different genres of music will be on the live screen to extensively talk on musical expressions.
All right, everybody, over here. Well, let's not lose any time. You must learn.
But how?
Tune into our YouTube channel, Influence Media World, to join the discussion.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any time with us. ITT, let's talk the talk. Music is a universal language, a language of deep expressions. From time unknown, even the trees keep singing till now. Non-living things, objects as well, have peculiar sounds that fit into music. Music is a world of endless expressions, emotions of joy and anger, love and hate, peace and war too. On this week's episode of ITT, one who is vested with long years of experience across different genres of music will be on the live screen to extensively talk on musical expressions.
All right, everybody, over here. Well, let's not lose any time. You must learn.
But how?
Tune into our YouTube channel, Influence Media World, to join the discussion.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any time with us. ITT, let's talk the talk. Music is a universal language, a language of deep expressions. From time unknown, even the trees keep singing till now. Non-living things, objects as well, have peculiar sounds that fit into music. Music is a world of endless expressions, emotions of joy and anger, love and hate, peace and war too. On this week's episode of ITT, one who is vested with long years of experience across different genres of music will be on the live screen to extensively talk on musical expressions.
All right, everybody, over here. Well, let's not lose any time. You must learn.
But how?
Tune into our YouTube channel, Influence Media World, to join the discussion.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any time with us. ITT, let's talk the talk.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are enjoying the show with Mr. Hero, aka the musical Preacherman. Remember, we promised you that immediately we are back, we are going to focus on his person, his musical person. And that is what we are going to do right after we look at musical instruments. Mr. Hero,
Yeah.
what is your take on the use of musical instruments across different genres of music?
Okay. It's really appealing musical instrument. Without the musical instrument, we may probably not have had, the vast way of expressing music, because the instrument add color, gives the required melody, that is expected. And every day, several kinds of instruments, are built. Indigenous African instruments are there, that gives that original flavor, of the African kind of, culture or whatever, and it differs in every, country. If you go to South America, they have their kind of, India and whatever.
Yeah.
Immediately you hear certain sounds, you could say this music
Where
is
it's
coming from.
yeah.
So these instruments, have a way of, placing the culture, the cultural identity, of the art, that is being showcased. So unique.
Okay, let me just ask you, what is your best musical instrument? If you want to perform right now and you have the choice of just picking one musical instrument to go with whatever song you want to do, all the instruments are available, but you just give me the choice for one. Which one would you pick?
Wow. I love guitar.
Okay.
I love guitar.
Does that put you in the line of reggae?
I'm not reggae per se, but Afro.
Alright. I don't really know much, whatever you say. You're the man, whatever you say. Okay, that's that for instruments. And still, let's not go too far. Still on instruments, let me just ask one more thing. We hear of love songs, peace songs, war songs, and romantic songs, and kind of songs for different emotions, different feelings. Which side of these are you more attuned to in your own art, in your own performing? Like, Are you attuned to love, peace, protesting like the Afro and the rest?
Well, it is, I cannot really say this is where I am,
Okay.
Because, but one thing I like doing, I like singing reality songs,
Okay.
reality music, the
That's why you're the preacher man.
the ability for you to, because, I like, this peaceful coexistence.
Okay.
And that is really lacking in our society.
True.
Wars, people fighting each other, problems here and there. So, as an artist, I feel fulfilled when I sing certain songs that goes deep to correct certain ills of society. That is what gives me joy. But it doesn't mean that if I want to sing love song, I cannot do it. But one thing I don't really like is I don't sing like what the world or what people out there will see as love song.
Okay.
It is not a bad idea to describe the beauty of a woman.
Okay.
A woman is created by God.
Yes.
But when it goes beyond that you start saying certain raw words, vulgar words that you don't know the audience or whoever may come across. Well, I am not criticizing those who do it, but I don't do it.
It's their own form of
Yes,
creativity.
So I feel fulfilled when I sing reality songs, but I can get involved in a lot of.
Okay, that's a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to drop your questions at this point. Whatever query, whatever thoughts you're holding or confusion, whatever you want to be clear about the topic, musically related, please feel free to drop your questions and Mr. Hero is going to attend to you. But please don't drop your account details. Mr. Hero is not here to share money. He's not the hero of your bank account. So please just drop questions, not the bank account. If you drop it, you are just going to save it and not do anything with it. Okay, while we are waiting for questions from the audience, let me keep inquiring. Now, somebody had made a request earlier for you to do a track for him that we want to also, before we plead or appeal that you could do that. You said that you are inspired everywhere and anywhere. Now you are in IMW headquarters. You are in ITT studios. We want to believe that from when you entered here, there have been some inspirations. Yeah. So I don't think if you can give us one or two tunes for ITT.
Well, like as I said,
I can give you some beats if you need it. If it's a rap. That's two baba beats. So yeah.
We can do something, but well, let's see.
Okay. Should I on the record that? Audience, listen up. Mr. Hero wants to hit it. He wants to bust the speaker. Okay.
ITT, we are going to the top. Ta-da-da. ITT, we are going to the top. We go busting your radio. We wanna tell the good news of the system. ITT, hey, we are going to the top. Oh, ITT, we are going to the top. We gotta wave, we gotta wave, we gotta wave in the system. We gotta wave, we gotta wave, we gotta wave in the system. Oh, ITT, we are going to the top. Yeah.
Yup, I want to clap. Thank you, Mr. Hero. Thank you, Mr. Hero. I think we just got a theme song right here for ITT. This is original. This is original. Audience, whatever you think about this particular theme song that Mr. Hero just gave to ITT, just drop it in the comment section. Drop it there. Tell us what you think about this fine tune. ITT. No, let me not spoil it. I wanted to sing like you. I just realized that I still have that trained voice. Let me not spoil it. Wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. With your kind permission, we'd love to use that song. And I know you're going to do more about this particular.
Definitely we'll do
but
something.
it's not going to leave ITT just like that.
We will.
Wow. That's a wonderful word. That would be nice. That would be nice. Okay. Can you see that? In fact, I'm speechless right now. I'm speechless. That was a grand, it's what they call the grand performance, right? It's just a split of seconds and there's this delivery. It takes a real, let me not use the word real so that some persons will not feel somehow. It takes an experienced artist, natural performer to just sit like this within a split of seconds and something is out. And that brings me to one argument I used to have with people about the hip hop and the dancehall musicians. I don't argue with people that most of these guys that do dancehall and hip hop, they don't actually sit down to write songs. And what they do is the studio engineer cooks up beats, sends to them, or they call the engineer, boy, have any beat for me. Or studio the engineer calls them, I come to the studio, I don't cook something. When they get to they just hear the beats and right there they start
Getting something done.
That they don't actually go back to sing. So what's your take on that?
Well, it comes differently to everyone. Okay. There are some artists that, when they hear a beat, they get inspired, especially the rap artist. And before you know, something, be done. There are those that requires time. They feel that for them to probably pass a message to their audience. I'm one of those persons.
Okay.
I feel just like what I said, certain information may just be dry. You really need, a proper, delicacy needs.
Like the Afans.
Yeah. A proper delicacy that, can be enjoyed needs one to probably, sit in the kitchen and try to put every part of, vegetable or whatever you want to use it or, put it gradually and then get something. That is, me.
Okay.
So people get their inspiration differently. I am of the view and I am in the line of trying to take my time. Taking my time doesn't mean it has to take me days and all of that.
Like what you did here, it's just few seconds, that's the time too.
Yeah, I need to sit with the song, get the message so that it could be properly delivered. We have advantage. I have discussed this, severally with friends and some artists, colleagues. We have advantage and they know it because you could just do something, hurriedly and you have passed a message. But a certain part who goes indoors to begin to, you have gotten an inspiration. Then you now try to build it. You understand? It's like this is the foundation. How do I begin to build it? And then you put all of those things that will, make that very craft or that very song rather to go the way you need or you want it. So the advantage is that it gives you the ample time to criticize the song. You understand? You also have the time to also listen to it before getting it out to the audience. Things like that. Put your lyrics together. Because sometimes you could just send out a message. You come back and then you listen. This thing didn't go exactly as I wanted. If there was a little time and all of that, I would have done better. So that's just how it goes.
That's a nice one. So from what you have said, there is nothing wrong with the artist listening to beats and that's his own way of getting inspired. Like some persons can go to the seaside, listen to the sound of the wave, and from there they get music. Some people can go to the church as they are preaching, they are getting the message and is coming. So, whichever line you fall within, don't feel less of yourself. I think that should be the message. Don't feel less of yourself. That's who you are naturally. You just have to improve upon who you are. That's the message. So if you're a musician watching us right now, you have to improve on yourself. Don't look less of yourself. Thank you very much, Mr. Hero. Let us see what is happening in the comment section. There's a lot of discussion here. Okay. Who am I attending to? Okay, Ofa Ndifon. This man is very, very serious about your matter. He said, even if you cough for studio, I will buy them. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. And people again say over satisfied. He's talking about the answer you gave to his question. He's over satisfied about your source of the lyrics. And yeah, he's over satisfied. That's good. Thank you very much for letting us know that you are satisfied. Joy Gabriel is saying he is really expressing what music is all about, a born talent. Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you so much. Conebali Stella is saying, interesting, I must say. Thank you for saying it. Nengi Elekima is saying, man, I'm seriously learning. Hope you're writing something down. In fact, don't write anything. Whenever you want to get it again, just come back to the channel and play it. And you just get it like it's new. That's why we have the channel here for you to always come back and get whatever you think you're missing. And this one again say, Choi, Mr. Influence is emotional. Oh man, damn, I'm emotional. I was emotional. At the point you were singing, I was emotional, honestly. I wasn't here. And this one again, while Mr. Hero was singing, Mr. Influence traveled. Mr. Alpha, you're monitoring me. I don't like that. That's a nice one. Nadia Lekima. That's a very good theme song. I love it. They love it. We love it.
Thank you.
Everybody loves it. Mr. Hero has promised that he's going to sit back and build on that song, and boom, ITT got a theme song. Can you beat that? More comments here. Conebari Stella, wow, she's clapping. Now we've got ITT theme song. Yeah. That's a nice one. Thank you so much, Mr. Hero. While we are still expecting more questions and more reactions, more comments from the comment section, let us just do a little thing and then let us see into your own music. You've done a freestyle for us. Maybe you could just give us one or two tracks so that we can call it a wrap for the segment and move to the next segment. Yeah.
Okay.
So before you go there, I want to ask a question. You've done albums.
Yeah.
You've done tracks. Now I want to ask, among all the artists you've sang with, I'm sure you've featured artists, who is the biggest artist you've ever done a collab with?
The biggest.
Yeah, to your own rating.
Okay. I've done song with Aswiki.
The king, the prince of Niger Delta.
Yeah.
What's that? Is a popular song.
Kilo.
Yeah, Hosanna, hey Hosanna. I love that song while it's primary and secondary school.
Yeah.
You sing it almost every day. Oh, you've done a song with him.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it was quite nice.
Can we have a feel of it? I think I would love to hear that one.
The demands are so much today.
The demands are much. I swear, not every day when they see me like
Okay, let me do a song for our audience.
Okay, yeah.
I titled the song Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Listen up. Take a good seat. Sit down, relax.
Boju boju mo, boju akara mo. Shebi we said I want Nanja. How we go achieve am when I'm ready? No one see Emeka. Tunde no one see Deima. Every day we wanna kill each other. Small thing we wanna shoot each other. And dialogue be the thing where we need AK-47 and they bring peace, so I na 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 Ubuntu Ukarudi kao Ndabo karudi kao Ukarudi kao Hey Idwa ukarudi ka Bumorami Udi kananja kuira kutotol bore Dabu kaludi kao Bumorami Udi kao kuira kutotol bore PCO, PCA, PCO we want PCO, PCA, PCO nanja Umorawoyi umoradi Hey Airawoyi adadi Mina nani wapawara waganogi oni nadi Hey Oyagiri da waganogi bayagi nadi Hey no let the politics and our tribes come they make us kill each other. No let the religion and language come they make us hate each other. When two grasshoppers they fight, Kokoro they throw party. If you no agree and I no agree, our shirts go to your house. Ukarudi kao, double karudi kao, ukarudi kao. Hey, itwa ukarudika, bumorami. Udika o, guira kutotol borero. No ukarudika o, bumorami. Udika o, guira kutotol borero. PCO, PCA, PCO we want. PCO, PCA, PCO nanja.
Wow. Wow. I'm very sure that the audience, all of you, all dancing, you're all nodding your head. You're more inspired than I am. I'm feeling it better right here. I know you're feeling it too. If you're to be in this studio and you've got some cash, I'm very sure that you just be going like this. Mr. Hero, you are a hero.
Thank you.
Mr. Hero, you are the man.
Thank you.
Mr. Hero, you are the man.
Thank you.
Wow. I want to see some good comments, some good applaud and whatever you can drop on the comment section. I want to identify everybody right now. I'm looking at the comment section. I want you to tell me exactly what you feel when Mr. Hero was performing, was singing, was expressing. He talked about peace in one song. He talked about a lot of things in just one song. Call on Nigeria, the youths, everybody, in just one song, in less than a minute. Tell me what you think. I'm going to be reading from the comment section one after the other. Tell me exactly what you feel about this song. If you want to get it, like I want to ask you, where can we get this song? Are you online anywhere? The track, your albums? I want to get it.
Okay, this very song, very soon it will be on our page, our YouTube page.
Alright.
And also, we also have our Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
Okay.
From there you can get this song. But very soon we will not actually put this song online.
Okay.
Still,
And there are other songs
there
there
are
on the
other songs,
YouTube
yes.
page and all.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to-
Are you in any of these streaming platforms that you want them to go there, like this Audiomack and the rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm there, Mr. Hero MP.
Please go to Audiomack and search for Mr. Hero MP. That's the Mr. Preacherman. Yeah. Musical Preacherman, Mr. Hero MP. Go look for him and follow him on Audiomack. Like his songs, stream the songs. I don't need to tell you from what you're hearing right here. Man, this is music. This is what I want to call it, natural music. Permit me to use that terminology. This is natural music because I'm right here listening to it. No instrument, nothing, just there. And I'm very sure if you were with the guitar, you said that you love it.
Yeah.
It's in overflow. Let me see what people are saying. Let me see the reactions. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. J. Edison is saying, indeed, Mr. Hero is a product of beautiful music to the soul. Del Toro X, talent won't finish this guy. Nengi Elekiba, she's dancing and laughing. She's just giving us dancing emoji and a laugh. Del Toro X, truly a musical preacher man, 100%. That's right. Conebari Stella, a lot of dancing emoji. She's dancing to the tunes. Offer and Diffon, Mr. Hero is the biggest. I subscribe to that. Mr. Hero is the biggest. Nengi Elekima, wow, please, we need more Mr. Hero. You need more? Go to Audio Man. You need more? Jump into his Instagram handle. If you need more, jump into his YouTube page. If you need more, look for him on Facebook and you get more. You will get more of Mr. Hero on all these platforms and more to come. If he's having a concert, ITT is going to tell you whenever. If he's having an album launch, ITT is a sure place for you to get such information. He's our man now. Nobody wants drag him. He's our man.
ITT.
Yes, we are here with Mr. Hero.
We rock.
Yeah. Del Toro X is saying this man don't finish work. J. Edison, Mr. Hero, your songs and I can't explain it's divine. Mr. Hero, your songs, I can't explain it's divine. Your voice, in fact, she starts dancing. The voice is heavenly, I must say. If I was to be a woman or a lady sitting right here with you, I'm sure I'll be blushing. I will be doing that. Honestly, the voice, when you just start singing, only the sound of the voice, it's unique.
Thank you.
It has a unique signature,
Thank
I
you.
must say.
Thank you.
I don't think there are two of this voice. There are people that will sing and you confuse them with other artists.
Yeah.
We only have very few artists out there that when you hear the voice, you know this is this person.
Yeah.
Like any day, anytime, if I hear the voice of Tubaba, I know that's it. If I hear the voice of any of the P Square brothers, I know that's the man. If I hear the voice of Timaya,
Yeah.
I know that. If I hear the voice of Davido, I know that's the man.
Yeah.
So there are just few of them out there that have that unique, and you are one of them.
Thank you.
You
Thank
have
you.
that.
Thank you.
It's just outstanding.
Thank you.
On another day too.
Thank you.
let me continue with the comment section. Let me not take over the whole reaction. Okay. Philip Okata. Yeah, Philip Okata, he was our guest in the last episode. And we want to inform you, the giveaway for today is sponsored. It's courtesy of Mr. Philip Okata, the guest of our last episode. Kudos and appreciation to Mr. Philip Okata. We are going to tell you the giveaway in a little time. Philip Okata is saying, music is life. Hero is really gifted. Everything about him is natural. He is a hero.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When I hear like this, when I come out, when I buy you. The good thing we are here. ITT is here to ginger it up.
Definitely.
Yeah. Del Toro X said, this man is truly a hero. Thank you so much. Del Toro X, more songs please. Go to Audio Man. Go to Instagram. Go to his page on his channel on YouTube and you get more of his songs. On the comments, on the description of this episode, you're going to get the link to his different handles. Immediately after the show, check on the description aspect of this show, of this episode. You're going to get the link to his handles, his page, and his audio mark, everything. We'll give you the link so that you can easily follow him there. Offer and Diffon is saying, all I have to say is congratulations to the listeners. That's a good one. It's a privilege for all the listeners to hear directly from Mr. Hero. Nengi Elekima, Mr. Hero, your songs always keep me inspired. I feel like crying hearing this.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you.
Your fans are giving it back. As you give it to them, you give it back the appreciation. But we don't just need these appreciations. We need it to patronize Stream the song on Audio Mark. Very important. Buy the album. This is how we encourage artists so that they can come back and give it to us more and more. Thank you so much. Connebar Stella is saying, Mr. Influence, please tell Mr. Hero to bring a training form. I want to train under him. I'm so impressed. Thanks, man. You're having students already. People are applying to join your label. You have a record label already? You need to come up with something like that. You're already having students, people that want to learn from you. And I'm one of them. Wow, this is very, very interesting session, I must say. Offer and difference a just drink tea and Mr. Hero songs in the morning for protein. Offer and difference. So your song and a cup of tea is protein.
Thank you.
Offer, you're even doing it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mr. Hero, indeed, you really came to talk the talk in music. Thanks. He has delivered. Mr. Hero has delivered. What more should we expect from Mr. Hero? In fact, there is more to come, and we are here to get whatever Mr. Hero has to give to us. And that brings us to the end of this segment.
Thank you.
Time is of essence, so as such, we have to move straight to the next segment. Keep rolling the comments, bringing up questions, whatever you have to give. Right now, the next segment, as you already know, is the magic box. And in the magic box, we are talking about trending topics. And we are going to see the trending topics for this week on your screen. But before we do that, let's just take a short break. Gone away.
Music is a universal language, a language of deep expressions. From time unknown, even the trees keep singing till now. Non-living things, objects as well, have peculiar sounds that fit into music. Music is a world of endless expressions, emotions of joy and anger, love and hate, peace and war too. On this week's episode of ITT, one who is vested with long years of experience across different genres of music will be on the live screen to extensively talk on musical expressions.
All right, everybody, over here. Well, let's not lose any time. You must learn.
But how?
Tune into our YouTube channel, Influence Media World, to join the discussion.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any time with us. ITT, let's talk the talk.
Welcome back. This episode is extra exciting. And right here we are in the second segment of the show, and that is the magic box. Mr. Hero, this is where you do a ballot. This box right here contains 3 colors. Each of these colors represent a trending topic for this week. And when you ballot, you look away, put your hands, whichever one you pick, you're going to tell us anything you know about that topic.
Okay.
And you are free to say, I don't want to say anything. You're free to decline, and you're also free to say, I want to talk about the other one. It's just a game. It's just a game. Okay, on color gold, we have Omalay and Thames in Uganda. The 2 Nigerian artists were arrested and later released by the Ugandan authorities for going against COVID-19 protocols. And then on the next column, we have color blue. Color blue, we have US elections. Electoral College confirms Joe Biden's victory. Finally, Trump can go to court if he wants. Then on the color red, we have abduction of secondary school boys in Katsina. 600 out of 800 secondary school boys in Katsina not accounted for after attack by bandits. So out of so many trending issues, we were able to select these three. We do two within and at least one from outside of the country. So you're going to ballot from here, and whichever one you pick, anything at all you know about the topic, you tell us. Even the audience will also contribute. So you look away.
So I look away?
Yes, yeah. You put your hands and just pick one. Yep. Color gold. It's a musical issue, and that's good. That's good. Today is the day for music. So I was even praying that you get this as well. It rhymes with the. Okay, so whatever you know, what do you know about this issue? What happened to these two artists, Omale and Tex?
We are shocked when we saw this issue online. Omale and Tems were arrested in Uganda, and we were like, although the Nigerian artists are like the envy of a lot of African,
Even the world at large.
yes, fast rising musicians are evolving from Nigeria, and the world is, sitting, not really sitting pretty. They are not really, okay with our successes. Well, that's how I see it, how I view it as an individual. And because I wonder how, a certain artist will be invited to a program, especially in this COVID-19 era, without certain protocols being read out to him or her. So even if it is not just COVID-19, there are certain rules and regulations on what is obtainable in a particular society, and much more this period of COVID-19. So I'm not sure that the artist, will deliberately want to violate, COVID-19 protocols and all that. But I just see it as some setup, some form of setup rather, against, the Nigerian, thing or artist. So, but we expected that, our government should probably investigate, the issue, but it is not new to us. The government will always look away from.
These are the same set of persons that protested against them.
Yes.
So why would they step into help?
Things like that. So it's very unfortunate, but on the news we've heard, they've been released, but there are several calls from different quarters.
Yeah.
They've
been released.
They've been released. So
it was obvious that it's not ordinary.
Yeah.
Besides, they were invited. They weren't the ones that organized the event, and we didn't hear that the organizers were arrested. You just singled out these two artists and arrested them. I don't think they were the only artists. We saw pictures where they were handcuffed.
Yes,
They appeared in court.
Yeah, for that kind of embarrassment. There's always been this gang up against Nigeria. We are not saying we are better people or we are the best. But people just envy us and all that. And it's not. That is why Nigerians must love themselves. Because when you don't love yourself, within you, they find out that there is this resentment within you, your ranks and all that. People capitalize this, tribal issue here and there. Nigeria is not one. So when people do this thing, they just get away with it. People can suppress Nigeria, and then they are outside. Look at over in China, a lot of places, Nigerians are intimidated, jailed unnecessarily for no reason.
Nobody is coming out for you.
Sometimes you see, they try to associate Nigeria with crime, which is a very wrong thing.
No.
We're not saying that people are, the best or they are righteous. We also have bad eggs everywhere.
Everywhere, not just Nigeria.
But when you name Nigeria, people just want to associate crime to it and all that. So I just see it this normally is a form of setup.
It's very serious.
But it's a good thing that at least so many persons are beginning to see these things, and there were this several agitations online and all that, and Uganda government.
All the Nigerian big artists
Yes,
stood up against it. I don't think personally I didn't hear anything like you said from any of the government officials, not even an individual. Talk more of an angle of the government coming to speak of, even maybe the ambassador of Nigeria to Uganda or something coming out. I don't know, maybe they did something underground, but I didn't see anything like that on the internet.
It's a good thing because, you know, I say in every bad situation, you also find out the good thing in it. There are so many persons that, you know, never had knowledge of Malaria. And this, you know, trending issue.
Yeah, it has also helped to promote this guy. It's just like this guy, Naira Marley.
Yeah,
honestly, before his arrest by EFCC, I never knew that there was someone like Naira Marley.
So there's every good thing in every bad situation.
Even I know of Omale before now, but Thames as a person, even till now, I'm still trying. Who is she? But this incident now, I have to now go to find out who Thames is. I don't even know if she's a rap artist or a DJ. Till now, I don't know, but I have to know. So what you're saying that to me is a good one. There's an advantage to in their career, for their career and all that. At least they will not be stigmatized with the ex-convict and all of that. They still go for shows, and they one can be inspired with this kind of incident.
Definitely.
They can come up with a song.
I believe he will do a song.
He will do a song and make some millions out of it. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have any contribution for the other trending topics.
Well, the other topic you like to say something is about the US election.
Okay.
You know, Joe Biden being what? You know,
Yeah, the electoral college has confirmed it.
Joe Biden's victory. Well, the United States is the biggest democracy of the world, and a lot of people are looking at them.
Yeah.
You know, people are learning from them. You know, and if they don't coordinate themselves properly and probably do the right thing, you know, it may be a bad influence to all other countries who have adopted this form of, you know, government, you know, idea or ideology, which is democracy. So I would not want to speak for Trump as a person, but I know that, you know, from my view, Trump has done a whole lot of things, and I just feel that there is this gang up against Donald Trump, because, you know, I have also read about him. You know, he is an independent, you know, person.
Very independent, has a mind of his own.
Yes, who does things. Yes, very outspoken and all of that. So things like this, you know, when you don't have the media with you, all of the past presidents of America against you, the people, you know, that you would say these are the movers and shakers, you know, in the US, you know, in US as a country, all of these people, you know, they don't want Trump. But if you look at his style of leadership and how far he has led, you know, the United States this far, you will see that the man actually has a very good motive and has tried, you know, as a president.
But he's a racist.
That is what I feel. I don't want to subscribe to that, because I feel it's a propaganda. Yes.
There are clips of events.
People will say
he went. Even during the debate, the presidential debate, there are some utterances that.
You know, this media, the media is one of the dangerous tools that, you know, as good as it may be.
You are siding with Lai Mohammed.
No. I am not. The thing is that the media, you see, sometimes when you can make a statement and somebody will cut out a particular clip.
They did it to our president.
You understand?
Lazy youths.
You understand?
He didn't use the word lazy, but they changed it for him.
You start promoting that very, you know, clip.
Yeah.
And before you know it, will be trending and people will start. Trump is somebody that is outspoken and, you know, has always stood up that Africa should probably look inwardly.
Yeah,
You
fend for
know, build
themselves.
Africa, fend for themselves. But the average African man looking at what we have within Africa, everybody wants to leave this place and run away. You know, so all these things put together, you know, those who want to also migrate, they are not happy.
Yeah.
You know, Trump trying to make some certain comments, derogatory comments that probably will want to encourage Africans to go back and build. But if you look at it, you see that there's so much sense in it. But however it is,
It's a difficult sense.
you know, God, you know, will definitely decide. After all, when Trump came in, people never saw it from the, you know, the positive angle that he was going to emerge.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton was
You know, was leading.
yeah, overnight things just turned for Trump.
It pleases God that Biden should be there. So be it.
All is going according to.
But Donald Trump is my man.
Alright. I don't know who is my man. Whoever is the US president, according to Whiskey, when he was talking, responding to the president of Nigeria, he said, America is not your business. So when Buhari was sympathizing with Donald Trump for the COVID-19 issue, he said, old man, America is not your problem. So right now, Nigeria is our concern.
That's true.
But it's a global village. Whatever bites America, bites every other person.
Definitely.
Just as the COVID NSAS protest, it's affecting the entire world, I must say.
Yeah.
Nigeria issue is a global issue as it is.
Everything that has to do with humanity, mainly people are oppressed somewhere, and it begin to involve people's lives. You know, people begin to feel homeless, uncomfortable, and deprived. Definitely, every human being who has that humane attitude must definitely rise up to speak. You don't just look away when something bad is happening.
I think that should bring us to the third trending issue that this adopted. This should be the third incident about abduction in the north. Then it was the Chibok girls. Then this was what other community also the girls also were abducted.
Yeah.
And then now is 600. From what I saw in the news, over 600 beds. The Nigerian authorities are saying it's 10. That's what I saw on one of the bloggers on the YouTube. The Nigerian authorities are claiming that it was 10. Other media are saying 300. Another news outlet is saying over. I saw an interview of one of the students that was in the hostel that evening. He said the people that came in military uniform, so they thought they are people that came to protect them. For at the end of the day, over 600 of them, close about 600 of them are not accounted for out of 800 students that were boarded. And all the government could do is to condemn. Each time they come and condemn, and now they want to people. And what baffles people, even me, the most about this incident is the fact that on this particular day that these students were abducted, the president of the country was in that state. And while this thing has happened, I don't know if he has gone to visit the school anywhere, but he went to visit his cows.
You saw it.
Let me allow you to say something.
Well, on this issue, it's not new to the Nigerian society. It's not new. You know, we are used to this kind of invasion. You know, so many persons will say these people come from neighboring African countries. You know, but we begin to wonder. I think recently the president has even ordered for opening of borders. Within the northern region. I think about 4. Yeah. So you begin to wonder. They will tell us that people came from, Niger, came from Mali, and all the terrorists and all of that. How did they, gain entrance into our country?
When it's election time, they let them in to use them.
So you see that these things, these things are coordinated. If you look at the way it happens, you understand, and the timing. I saw a trending issue online, I think today. Some persons are of the view that they want to divert our attention from the Lekki shootings and all that. Because the black man, we have this mentality. We deal on the reigning issue, any issue that is trending.
The trending issue.
Before you know, we forget.
Like now, we've forgotten about NDDC.
It has gone. It's history.
It's history.
And you'll be so shocked that the perpetrators of this evil sometimes would even come to vie for political positions, and they will just say, before you know, they will vote them in.
So change, man.
Even if somebody else here is trying to recall our minds back to look who these people are,
they will do that. My mom will say it's hate speech.
Things like that. So the challenge you have in this country, my brother, at the point, the common man will just leave it to God, because these things are coordinated the way they happen. How do you abduct 600 persons?
600 persons.
The one you are trying to
in
remember.
an area that there is military presence.
The one you are trying to remember after the Chibok girls with these Dapchi school girls and all of that. Even the Dapchi school girls, something. They said they were informed that these people, because they were checkpoints in that very region, and immediately these guys came, or they got information that these guys want to come, these checkpoints were dismantled. Then now that gave that avenue for these terrorists to come in and kidnap. So you see that these people are just playing with our minds. Even those who will cry out loud, maybe the ones that are coordinating this whole thing. So I don't want Nigerians to be fooled. We really need to sit down and see how 2023 is by the corner. I blame it also on our youth. We keep talking. We agitated last time about during this Lekki, the NSAS protests and all of that. If you ask the average youth of Nigeria, he will tell you that they are not happy with the system, what is happening in Nigeria. 2023 is coming. When the election finally comes, these same people that will tell you they don't like what is happening, are the people that will be flagging one form of this.
As an artist, if they come to you, will it be jingle?
No, the thing is that I do a business. An artist is a businessman.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Even though I will also need to look at what I am doing.
The after effects.
Yes, I will definitely look at it. But as an artist, I am a businessman. I will not discriminate you today if you tell me you are so political party. It's your choice.
Yeah.
And that will not stop me that will invite me for this program and I will not come. That's what people are mistaking. You understand? If you tell me today, as an individual, if I know you as a good man and you want to come out for local government chairman, you must definitely come out under a political party.
Yes, definitely.
And if you tell me today that, look, I know you, I know your pedigree, I know your personality. If I want to do a jingle for you, without start looking at probably where you belong, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Except I have reason to be convinced that this thing I want to do, I don't need to do it, but that is my exclusive right.
That's true. Okay, that's that for trending issues. Thank you very much for that. Time is of essence. So right about now, we are moving straight to the very, very last segment of the show, and that is the what do we call it again? It's a blind spot. This is where I put a call across to the person you have given us a phone number, and his name is Otibon. This name is familiar. He has been here. Otibon has been here before, yeah. He has been here as a guest. Okay, he's your friend.
Nice, man.
Yeah, no, Otibon came here as under the special appearance of the show as a performing artist. You are here on a different platform, still doing almost the same thing.
Yeah.
So right now we want to put a call across to him, and we are going to ask him questions. Is he aware that we're doing this?
He's not aware, except I don't know if you.
Okay, we hope that he's close to his phone to take the call. Otherwise, we will have to just let him go. We're putting a call across to him right now. Hello. Hello, Otibon. Yes, I'm calling you from Influence Talk Time. We are on the live screen. I'm here with your friend, Mr. Hero. Yes. So I have some questions for you for Mr. Hero. You're familiar with this section, I'm sure. Okay, so I have a few questions for you. He has assured us that you're going to give us accurate answers. Are you ready for me? We are hearing you clearly. So, where did Mr. Hero meet his spouse? His wife. At the studio. You are correct. You are correct. You are very, very correct. That's a nice one. Okay, the next question. Can you tell us his best football club or country? Yes, either the club or the country. Either his best football club or country. The people who sabi lose match well. And you're saying it's Chelsea. I don't know about the people who sabi lose match well, but I know the Chelsea aspect, you're correct.
He's a rival fan.
He's a rival fan. Okay. That's the correct answer. The next question. Mr. Hero has told us that he has an allergy. Can you tell us what that allergy is? What is his allergy? Yes. Okay. I'm sorry to cut you right here. You are giving us a list, but you just gave us one answer here. And I think you're not going to get it right. You're not in line. Can I help you at this point? Okay. His allergy, according to what he has told us, is catarrh. Catarrh? Yes. In shock, Yavi. Oh, voila. Okay, the next question. The next question. Who is his favorite actor? Yes. No, not a Nollywood actor. Let me just guide you in that aspect. Away from Nollywood. Jim Ike is Nollywood. Away from Nollywood. You're still in Nollywood, sir. Yes. Okay, let me help you on that. He has told us Jim Cloud Van Damme. Van Damme, the Van Damme kick. Yeah. Thank you very much. And let me ask you another question. We have 2 more questions to go. Three more questions. This one is, who is his favorite author? Who is his favorite book author? Okay? So you are logically telling me to help you on that. Okay? From what he has told us here, he said his favorite author is Leader Olumba Obu. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's true. So the last two questions. Are you ready for me? Okay. Now this is an illustration, rather. Now, Mr. Hero just got married, and unfortunately, his spouse got struck with a chronic heart disease that needs immediate surgery. Fortunately for him, he just won a lottery of 27 million naira. The hospital demands for 26.5 million naira for the surgery with 50% assurance. Would he part way with 26.5 million naira to save his spouse? Yes. So you're telling us he's going to use the money to save his wife? But it's a 50-50 chance. Are you sure he's going to do that kind of a thing? 26.5 million out of 27 million. That's true. Thank you very much for that answer. The very last question, sir. Now, this is a statement of truth and falsehood. Now, he has made a statement, and you're going to tell us which part of the statement is true and which part is a lie. Are you with me? Now, he said, I am not a vegetarian. He said, I am not a vegetarian. I am not a vegetarian. I eat meat. So which part of it is true? Which part of it is a lie? So what you're telling me is that you have deciphered that the full statement is true, there is no lie. Okay. Thank you very much. We just tried to get you confused a little, but you got it all correct. Thank you so much for your time on ITT. Make sure try to subscribe to the channel and also tell somebody to subscribe to the channel. Have a good night rest, sir. Bye. Okay, that's a good friend and a very close friend indeed. He has given a very accurate answers. Audience, thank you so much for being patient with us. Right about now, we'll take a short break. We'll take a washing hand break. Because of COVID-19, people don't go to tea breaks again. We go for washing hand break. And we will be back. Go nowhere.
Music is a universal language, a language of deep expressions. From time unknown, even the trees keep singing till now. Non-living things, objects as well, have peculiar sounds that fit into music. Music is a world of endless expressions, emotions of joy and anger, love and hate, peace and war too. On this week's episode of ITT, one who is vested with long years of experience across different genres of music will be on the live screen to extensively talk on musical expressions.
All right, everybody, over here. Well, let's not lose any time. You must learn.
But how?
Tune into our YouTube channel, Influence Media World, to join the discussion.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any time with us. ITT, let's talk the talk. Music is a universal language, a language of deep expressions. From time unknown, even the trees keep singing till now. Non-living things, objects as well, have peculiar sounds that fit into music. Music is a world of endless expressions, emotions of joy and anger, love and hate, peace and war too. On this week's episode of ITT, one who is vested with long years of experience across different genres of music will be on the live screen to extensively talk on musical expressions.
All right, everybody.
Welcome back from that short break. Right about now, we want to look at the comment section from our Facebook point. There are audience at the Facebook handle, and we want to see what is going on right there. So from our Facebook end, Obilo Obina is saying, all we need is love. We need each other to make the country great again. Thanks, Mr. Hero. Thank you, Mr. Obilo. Kingsley Israel is saying, keep it up. Proud of you. Thank you so much. Happiness Martins is clapping, kind of three hearty chairs, kind of thing. She's clapping three. OJ Okelex. Okele is another artist. Tomorrow. You know it. That's the boss speaking. OJ, we see you. We see you. Okele is a good man. King So Quintin Osogin is saying, nice one. Thank you very much. Emma Breezy said, this man is good. Emma Breezy again, you are truly a musical preacher man. Emma Breezy again, you are truly a hero. Emma Breezy, please sing more for us. Emma Breezy, Oga Money Day important too. Very, very important. Thank you so much. Right about now, we want to do the giveaway. We promised you that there is a giveaway today. The giveaway today is a very important material that has been donated by Mr. Philip Okata. And the only way you're going to get this, let us show you the material. This is a well-written text, and the title is Foundation of ICT Theory and Practical Steps for Students and Office Workers. Inside of this, everything you need to know about ICT in practical application. It is coming to you courtesy of ITT through Mr. Philip Okata. For you to get this material, all you need to do is to spell in block letters the title of the second segment of ITT. in block letters, straight word, the title of the second segment of ITT. That is all you need to do. Within the next few minutes, while we wrap up the show, anybody that gets it correctly, either from the Facebook end or the YouTube end, is going to go with this material. It may not be all that important for you, but you may know somebody that needs it. And I'm very sure everybody is advised to get involved with ICT. It's the in thing. So, if you need it, if you want it, give us the spelling of the title of the second segment of ITT in block letters. The first person to do that gets it. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Hero, back at you. We are rounding up with the show. Now, what do you have to say to the audience about musical expression in general, in summary?
Okay, music is life. Music is that form of, gives you some form of expression, that puts you in the mood, be able to, console you, those that are depressed with music. You can be consoled when you listen to these songs. Music, I call it the live wire of, every human being. Because I've not seen any human being that doesn't listen to music.
Or even sing.
You may not, even if you don't attune yourself to one particular style of music, it could be the local thing in your environment or your village. You must definitely get attuned to music, however it is, as a human being. So I want to advise every one of us to, get involved. It's a general thing. You can see the massive support we're getting, and I know that for my artist friends and all of that, let us see how we can go home and begin to, give the right goods that the people need, because a musician is, like my name implies, Preacherman. You, one way or the other, you are an orator, that is, solving problems.
Yeah, problem solver.
Problem solver, You may not know, but your music somewhere is touching lives. So the money might not, be coming now, but one way or the other, somebody is getting healed because of you. Somebody is getting consoled because of you. Somebody is happy because of you. So many persons are in a bad mood. They listen to certain kind of music and they are, lively all of a sudden and all of that. So you are important as an artist.
Very.
So what you give out to the society, you must be able to fine tune it and
Get
the message across. And I tell you, with that, society will be a better place for all of us.
Thank you so much for that grand summary.
Thank you.
It's straight on the point. Audience, we all have got a lot from Mr. Hero, and I know he has touched us, not just in the heart, but also in the soul and spirit. And we encourage you from ITT to try and put something down if you're a musician, like he has said. Put something great, dish out something great. And also, as a listener, you need to encourage our artists, even the ones that are trying to come up within your family, within your circle. You don't just go mocking or jeering at people. Encourage them, so that people do better. Thank you so much. At this point, we are going to look at the comment section to see if there is a winner from our YouTube segment. Okay, I think we have some comments before now. Deltoro X, you're too good. Okay, thank you so much for that compliment from Mr. Hero.
Thank you.
Ibibo Atisi is saying greetings to the guests in the house.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ofa Ndifon He has won the giveaway. He has given an accurate spelling of the second segment of the show, and that is blind spot. BLINDSPOT. Blind spot. Offer and defunct, congratulations, you are the winner on this giveaway from the YouTube segment. And from the Facebook segment, I don't think we've got any winner, because there are 2 copies of this book that we're supposed to give, one on the Facebook and one on the YouTube. And we will still be checking. If there is anybody that comes up, we are going to contact your family fund. We will contact you and give you your package. Thank you very much, everyone, for being on the show. It's been a nice time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time. And we are going to see you again next week, Thursday, by 7 p.m. Don't forget to tell a friend about ITT. Tell a friend about this show. And if you are yet to subscribe, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram and on the Twitter, official MW_official_. And also, remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Stephen Muzan. On Facebook, official IMW, and also Stephen Muzan. And don't forget, like this video, drop a comment, and we are sure to give you more of ourselves. Remember, Mr. Hero has already given us his handles, and we are going to drop his handles and contacts on the description section of this video, so you can follow him and encourage him and learn more from the musical Preacherman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a nice day. Thank you, everybody. See you next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Bye.
Musical musical